All right, this is another CLNS Media Patriots Roundtable. I'm your host, Nick Quaglia, sitting here with Marv, Ezhan, and Mike Molyneaux. So instead of just staying Patriots-centric, let's take a look around the entire league here. There is a lot of young blood, a lot of young, very, very, very good talent in the NFL right now, specifically at the quarterback position, which is different than it was a couple years ago. Because I don't know if you guys remember, maybe it was like 2015, 2014. You look around the league, and a lot of the guys, especially in like the Brady Manning era, they're getting old. They're retiring. They're on the back ends of their career. You look around the league, you look at the other quarterbacks, and you're like, wow, the NFL might suck in a little bit. These guys stink at quarterback.
Right.
But right now, I think we got a pretty good. We have a talented group at quarterback right now, and the future of the NFL looks bright. You got Patty Mahomes, you got Lamar Jackson, you got Kyler Murray, who I'm very high on. You got Deshaun Watson, I'm also very high on. Baker Mayfield, we'll see. Danny Jones, Jimmy Garoppolo. Those are just to name a few young, talented, based on your opinion, quarterbacks in the NFL. So looking at the guys that I kind of just mentioned, that era that we grew up with, really, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Drew Brees. The question here is, with the new blood, will one of these quarterbacks over the age of 30 win another Super Bowl? Or is it just the young guys league now? In over the age of 30, we're not going to talk about Russell Wilson because I think that guy still belongs in the younger class, even though I think he's 31 years old. So, Mike, let's go with you. Do we got any of these
31.
These old guys winning the Super Bowl anytime soon? Ever again?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think age really should define whether you're capable of winning a Super Bowl or not. I think, one thing we've seen in the Super Bowl, one thing we've seen in the NFL is, even as you get older, some of these guys still have it. Brady still has it to a certain extent, still has it.
He's different, though.
He's different. Yeah.
He's different than everybody.
Brees still leading the league.
What has Brees done?
I'm not talking about like what
the question. The question's about winning a Super Bowl, Mike.
We're not talking about regular season success.
Take Brady out the conversation. Who's winning Super Bowls?
Out of those, I think those guys are still capable of winning Super Bowls. I wouldn't completely rule them out. Yes, these young guys are coming up. We see them. How dynamic these guys are in terms of doing it with their arms and legs. Yes, that's the new school. But I still believe if you got a guy who can drop back and stand in the pocket and be surgical with the football down the field, that can easily win a Super Bowl as well. And Brees can do it. Brady can do it. And Aaron Rodgers can do it as well. Have they had success recently? No. Obviously, we've seen what happened in 2019 with those guys. But I wouldn't rule them out saying that their time is come and gone. They completely need to hand over the mantle to these young guys coming up. I still think, obviously with a solid team around them, they're capable of getting it done in the big game.
They've had so much time.
Oh, yeah, but their time's not done yet. We still see Brees is still a very good quarterback. Come on now.
He's talking about retirement.
Brees knows what's up. Brees saw the Super Bowl. He knows what's up.
Brees is back next year, man. Come on now.
He could come back next year. He's not going anywhere.
Marv, just roll into your answer. What do you think? I think I know your answer. But what do you
We're
think?
in a new era, fellas. We are in a new era. Listen, you're talking about the quarterbacks of the Big Ben, the Drew Brees. Some of them are falling apart. Eli, he's gone. Tom Brady, yes, Tom Brady is the exception, right? Won a Super Bowl at the age of 41, age of 42. And is he going to win another one? That's a big question mark. Already won 6. But you take away Tom Brady from the conversation. This is a conversation of the known versus the unknown. We've seen Aaron Rodgers. We've seen Drew Brees. Aaron Rodgers, this is a guy who probably had his best team in a long time. He wasn't able to get into the Super Bowl. You got Drew Brees. Mike brings up Drew Brees and how great he's been. Yes, he's been a great quarterback. He's had a great team for many years. The past 3-4 years, he's had a top team that people always say is going to make it to the Super Bowl. But what happens?
He's been the prediction every year at the start of the season,
and deservingly so, because the team is good and they prove how good they are in the regular season. But once that playoff starts, he's not able to really go full gear. He's not the Drew Brees we see in the regular season. Drew Brees is done. Ben Roethlisberger, he didn't even play last year. When he comes back, I'm not
Big Ben is
any
somebody I forgot to
faith.
mention.
He's done.
He's done.
He's been
Then
done
you
for a
got
couple
the
years.
then you got the group of 30-year-olds that came up under when we got a little older, the Cam Newtons, the Andrew Lucks. Andrew Luck retired. Cam Newton, he's slowed down a lot. We don't know how great he's going to be. It's a new era. The Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watsons, these guys are ready to take over in the NFL and win championships. And I think that is done for the 30-plus-year-olds, man. Russell Wilson, we mentioned, he's still in there. He still has the opportunity to win championships, and we know that he's still elite. But outside of him, like you mentioned, Nick, the Kyle Murrays and these guys are ready, and they're gonna start taking over the mantle. It's 2020. It's unfortunate, but it's a new era now.
Old gunslingers, bro.
These gunslingers.
Yeah, but these old gunslingers have had their shot. That's why I'm with
time.
Marv. They've had their chance over and over and over again. I don't want to sit here and say that Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers are some of the biggest chokers that the NFL's seen. But you might have that argument. These guys have had so many good teams around them to get them to the Super Bowl, to win Super Bowls, and especially Drew Brees. And I don't want to say it. I'm a big Drew Brees fan. But how has this guy not won a Super Bowl with these teams over the past couple of years? He had
hasn't even got to the Super Bowl.
No, he's had a mix. He had Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram in the backfield together. He had Michael Thomas out there. He had the best wide receiver in football out there for him. And this guy has the weapons to do it, but every single year they fall short. Like, okay, I'm glad that you worry about these records so much. This lone individual record, cool, great. Stop having friggin' celebrations every time this guy breaks a record. Oh my God, am I sick of that? Every time they stop the whole game, there's basically confetti going down. Everybody's clapping for him. If you care more about that, fine. But Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers both have had so many opportunities to reach the Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers, perennial loser. The guy is not a winner. He's a perennial loser. He is. The guy just loses. That's what he does. Drew Brees, maybe not perennial loser, but he's a regular season guy. That's about it. If these guys haven't won Super Bowls over these past couple of seasons, they're not going to win any more Super Bowls. The only guy on that list that I think we all agree on is Tom. Tom is the only guy who has the potential to still win.
And let's be honest, we're saying Tom has the potential of winning because he's with the New England Patriots.
Potentially. But
potentially with the New England.
Right. I assume the same thing.
Would you say that if he's on another team? Because would you put Tom Brady in he has a chance of winning a Super Bowl if he's on another team?
Only because of the team right now. Tennessee is because of Mike Vrabel is the coach and they've got a good relationship. Only team I would give him a chance with. But like that Cowboys rumor, another team that is just perennial losers over this Jerry Jones era.
Or it's just the youth. We're in a youth movement. We got a lot of great young quarterbacks that have really good teams right now. Right. And I just don't see the Drew Breeses and the Aaron Rodgers as they get older being able to take them down. Like Patrick Mahomes right now is going to run this league for a long time. And Lamar Jackson is only going to get better.
Patrick Mahomes, and I mean we're not here to talk too much about Patrick Mahomes, but this guy, he's one of the few guys when I see him launch a ball downfield, I assume it's just going to be a catch. Yeah. The guy has been insane. But I'm with you. I mean the avalanche of young talent right now, they're taking over.
They're there, but Rodgers will be back next year. Brady has already declared he'll be back next year. And Brees, he's mulling retirement, but I don't think he's going anywhere. Hey, man, these guys are capable. If they have a team around them, they're capable of being there. They're
capable of losing. That's their thing. That's what they like to do.
That's why I just said being there. I didn't talk about actually winning. They're capable of being there.
There was many times where we could have had the Brady versus Brees or Brady versus Rodgers. It just
we never got any of those.
We didn't get any of them. We're lucky to have gotten Peyton versus Tom in the playoffs.
There was so many opportunities to have that. Like a couple of these past years have been like, okay, it's going to be Brees versus Brady. Here we go. It's going to be awesome. And then it just falls apart. And not on the Patriots' fault because they went to 3 Super Bowls in a row. Like, you had your chance.
Brees and Rodgers couldn't crack any of those, man.
No, that's what I'm saying. You're on our side now, Mike. These guys are losers.
Come on over, brother. Come on
This
home.
is what they do. They're not winners. This is what they do.
Oh,
This show, though.
put Matt Ryan on the list with the Cam Newton and Andrew Luck's mid guys that are just not going to come back.
We don't have to talk about Matt Ryan. That guy stinks. He does. Except last season, he was okay. But another guy who's just a loser. All right, guys. Not a loser. This show, winner. Nick Quaglia, Marv, Ezhan, Mike, Molyneaux. Guys, we're going to be back next week with another set of the CLNS Media Patriots Roundtables. Follow us on Twitter. Our little handles have already popped up at some point. Again, Nick Quaglia, Marv, Ezhan, and Mike, Molyneaux. We will be back next week, guys. Thanks for watching.